From extraction to intelligence, the era of silicon sovereignty has arrived.
We are living through one of the biggest economic stories of our time. A generational transfer of power is happening right now, under our noses. For more than a century, one industry, big oil, defined global power. It shaped geopolitics and fueled the world. But that empire, well, it's now being eclipsed. We're going to break down exactly how this historic power shift is unfolding and what it really means for the future.
Take a look at this number, $4.8 trillion. Just let that sink in for a second. It's a figure so vast, it's hard to even wrap your head around. What could possibly be worth that much? An entire country's GDP? A whole continent's economy, maybe? Well, the answer is somehow even more shocking. That is the projected market value of a single company. Not a nation-state, not a collection of industries, but one company that makes computer chips. And that company, of course, is Nvidia.
So what we're witnessing here is nothing short of a generational power transfer. The old guard, the energy empire built on barrels of oil, is giving way to a brand new force, the intelligence empire built on data and raw computing power.
The real tipping point came in 2025. In a move that sent absolute shockwaves through global markets, Nvidia, a company born in Silicon Valley, officially became more valuable than any oil company in history. The symbolic weight of that moment, you just can't overstate it.
But here's what's truly mind-blowing. It's the speed of it all. Just look at the timeline. It took giants like ExxonMobil and Saudi Aramco, 143 years and 92 years to build their empires? Nvidia reached a valuation that dwarfs them both in just 32 years. 32! And this chart right here, this shows you why. It's about a completely new kind of efficiency. Even with way fewer employees, Nvidia generates almost double the profit per person compared to an oil titan like ExxonMobil. It's the fundamental difference between a business based on physical extraction and one based on digital creation. Okay, so what's the engine behind this incredible transformation? What fundamental force is rewriting the actual rules of economic power? Well, the answer lies in a phenomenon economists are calling the AI supercycle. And look, don't think of this as just another tech trend. No way. This is a tidal wave of capital, of cash, just pouring into the infrastructure of intelligence. It's a global retooling for a new economic era, and it is happening on a scale we have just never seen before. The whole thing really boils down to this key difference: atoms versus bits. The old empire was built on extracting physical things, atoms of oil. That world is full of limits, complex logistics, and finite resources. But the new empire, it's built on manipulating digital information, bits. And in that world, the cost to serve one more customer is practically zero, and the potential for scale is virtually infinite. This quote just perfectly captures the essence of this change. We've really moved from an economy of extraction to an economy of intelligence. The most valuable resource is no longer what you can dig out of the ground, but what you can learn from data. But, and this is a crucial point, don't think for a second that this new empire is just floating around in the cloud. Absolutely not. The world of bits is built on a massive, and I mean massive, physical foundation. These sprawling, power-hungry data centers, they are the new refineries and pipelines of the 21st century.
And yeah, while Nvidia is the poster child for this shift, its rise is really part of a much, much larger story. This isn't about one company getting lucky, it's about the systemic, sector-wide dominance of big tech.
I mean, just look at the proof. The world's most valuable brands: Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and Nvidia. It is a clean sweep for technology. Their combined brand value alone is over $2 trillion, which just shows you how deeply these digital ecosystems are embedded in our everyday lives.
And this isn't just about branding. It's about hard market value. On this list of the world's most valuable companies, you have to go all the way down to number 7 to find a company that isn't tech: Saudi Aramco. The top 6 spots are all occupied by the architects of this new intelligence economy. It's an absolute rout. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that technology has, it's graduated. It's not just another sector of the economy anymore. It is literally becoming the foundational layer, the operating system, that all other industries are going to run on.
Okay, but what about the old guard? Is the energy empire just going to fade away, or is it adapting? What is big oil's next move in this completely new landscape?
It's the question that's on everybody's mind, right?
With the rise of tech and this huge push for renewables, is the age of oil finally over?
Well, the answer is a bit more complicated than a simple yes or no. Is oil dead? Not quite. It's going to be a critical part of the energy mix for years to come. But what is over is its monopoly on value creation, its undisputed command of the markets. That era is gone.
And you better believe the old titans are not standing still. I mean, look at Saudi Aramco. They are aggressively investing in the very technology that's challenging their dominance. They've generated over $11 billion in value from tech. And get this, half of it comes from AI. They're diversifying into renewables, gas, lithium. They are fighting to evolve.
And this all brings us to the new reality we're living in. A world defined not by the barrel of oil, but by the bit of data. The intelligence empire isn't coming. It's already here, and it's reshaping our world in real time.
But here's the great paradox of our time. This digital revolution is actually sparking what some are calling an industrial renaissance. To power all this artificial intelligence, we need a massive, massive build-out of physical infrastructure. More data centers, smarter power grids, and widespread automation. And the numbers here are just staggering. Global data center power capacity is set to triple by 2030. Our electric grids need an estimated $20 trillion in investment by 2050, and energy storage capacity has to expand 15-fold. This is the physical backbone of the digital age.
So let's be crystal clear about this. The intelligence empire isn't some abstract idea in the cloud. It is a very real, very physical, and very power-hungry reality. The worlds of energy and data are not separate anymore. They are now more deeply intertwined than ever before.
Which leaves us with one final, critical question. As this historic transfer of value continues, from the finite resources of the Earth to the infinite potential of the human mind, who will ultimately control the levers of power in the 21st century?
Wealth is no longer in the ground. It is in the data.